big part of attracting investors is telling your story.
Mm.
So, I had gotten a news article and, that kind of thing locally, just talking about what I was up to. And honestly, didn't have a vision for raising capital. We were making money, like I mentioned, didn't really need it. And so when people reached out, I was just excited to have people that were interested in this stuff. Mind you, I went to school in New York, but my home was Chattanooga, Tennessee. There was not a big tech scene in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So I just didn't have anybody to talk to. So the people that would reach out to me, I would engage them in conversation and update them on what was going on and let them in on the insides of the details of the company and growth and all that. And so I had these group of people that I was doing that with. And I remember one of the guys asked me for out to coffee one day. And he basically was just like, hey, do you need some money or do you want some investors? And I was like, yeah, I mean, I think maybe we could, improve the site and that kind of thing. And he was like, so how much money would it take? And I remember I told him probably about 100,000. And he was like, all right, I'm gonna write you a check right now. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? Like I can't take a check right now. But it was almost like a launch where you're kind of, when you do these internet marketing launches, you're kind of dribbling out a little bit of information. And I mean, I wasn't doing it on purpose, but now when I'm training, it's awesome. I have a client up in Canada that just it raised quite a bit of money, like more money than he can even use right now to do deals. And he's somebody who adamantly, before we started working through our process, which includes like building a blog, connecting with targeted people on LinkedIn, the types of articles that you share, blah, 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 all this basically funnel for investors that we build. Before we did that, he was like, no, like I've never sold anything in my life. He's one of these guys that's been in corporate America, just never sold anything to anybody. He's like, nobody's going to invest in me. And, so you have those kinds of stories and it really is just following that process. I think the big mistake that people make is they introduce the deal and then want to raise money at the same time.
Mm.
The other thing is on the back end, just like a launch, you have this deadline of, once you get people that are interested, you're just presenting the opportunity. It's not a hard sell. And the other thing that we like to do, and I think this is something that's crucial for real estate investors, because most of the time you're going to do multiple deals, and it's understanding what the person wants. So even when they say no, the average person that has an investor that says no, they just go to the next person. But instead of just saying next, the better thing is to dig into it. Like, what don't you like about this deal? What kind of deal would you prefer? How could I structure this deal so you're more interested? And you start to build those notes and build almost like a CRM around all your potential investors until you get to the point that one day you do have that deal that matches all of their criteria and you know which deals to introduce to which investors.